our goal is to penetrate the market here in the Philippines. Also in the future, our plan is to expand. Right now, we partnered with, can I say it na? We partnered with Sir Josh Eugen because his company is based in Dubai. So we wanna penetrate the Gulf region. Right now, we're still on the process of making the documents like halal certification, all that. As soon as all that is sorted, we can push through with Dubai and hopefully Bahrain, Qatar, every Gulf region.
Thank you very much and more power to Wow Glow.
Thank
and
you.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
More questions from the media? Okay.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Jane from Pageant. I'd like to ask our new ambassador, Frankie. So how are you? You are now an ambassador of the Go Group. Wow.
Wala kang ano,
I feel honored to have been chosen amongst many other amazing endorsers, artists, beauty queens in the industry here in the Philippines. So it's definitely an honor. I mean, it's a brand that I feel excited to grow with and use and promote and to be the face of right now. And I'm honored. I think the word for me for today is full circle. To go back to my struggles in pageantry and you know, having the hurdles to now being an endorser as a beauty queen. That's, for me, that just feels so heartwarming and I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you.
My next question is for the CEO of Wow Glow, Miss Marias. Do you have any plans of business expansions outside the Philippines?
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to expand to the Gulf, Middle East, the Gulf region, specifically Dubai, the neighboring country like Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. So once all the documentation is done, we will proceed to, we're taking over Dubai. Yes. Yes.
How about for the product aside from skincare? Any plans?
Right now, I think our FDA for food and drugs is on process, but it will take a lot of time. So right now, we want to push the cosmetics brands, but we want to venture into supplements or powder drinks. It's a high demand for that. A lot of Filipino people are so into the collagen, the glutathione, and all that. So hopefully, we'll get it done and we'll release a new product. Inshallah.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Bob.
Frankie, I have a question for you. First, congratulations.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. Can you tell us your reaction when you heard that you wanted to become the brand ambassador of Global?
I was so excited. I definitely started doing my research, reading up about the brand, seeing their past posts online, and I got excited. So like the first thing I saw was the name, the color, the branding, and then after using the product, I was like, okay, it's a done deal. Let's do this. Let's promote. And I was just excited to get the word out there. I mean, it actually happened all so fast, really, right? It was only the other week or two that this all
I
happened.
knew it. I knew it when I saw her.
I feel like life's like that. It's been like that for me. When I hear an opportunity, I'm like, let's do it. You know, let's make it happen. So you just have to take life by the horns and say yes.
Yes, of course. And I want to know who conceptualized these ads because as I check, I have the message of this ad is actually about the bashing, especially you.
Overcoming adversity and
When you
having that
make
winning
it as
attitude.
possible. So what is your message to the bashers?
When I read the story script for the TVC, I was so like touched because it was my personal journey, I guess. And then what would my message to the bashers be? I mean, you can't just hide away and not. You wouldn't have bashers if you're staying at home and you're keeping quiet and you're not standing up for yourself. So I think to have some haters there or criticizers or naysayers, that means you're doing something different, you're doing something, you're standing up and you're being proud and you're taking a shot and chasing your dreams. So I think that's really important, and it just gives more power and more fuel to the fire to do something different and yeah, keep winning.
Yes.
And for Miss Maria, are we expecting more years with Frankie and of course with Joshua and company?
Well, can I just add to her?
Yeah.
No, I'll go back to your question. When I first saw her and Sir Josh mentioned all her stories, I knew right away that I want her. I actually wrote the script for the TV series.
Wow.
It's because of her. Because Wow Glows, like I said, she embodies the wow in the glow. And when I found out about her story, it inspired me that, okay, she's very wow glow material. Like, we want to instill to the people, to the girls, that the society can't dictate, who you're supposed to be, or who you should. Oh, you're not here, you're not good enough, or you're not beautiful enough, or you're just not good enough. Because for her, she's like, she always gets comments like she's not Filipina enough, she's not good enough.
Get put into a box sometimes, especially being from biracial maybe, or
Yes.
from different industries, from showbiz to now being a beauty queen. I think, yeah.
Yes. So I want to highlight her story that she turned setbacks into victory, and she could easily fall or sulk in one corner and say, oh my god, I'm done with life. But she stood up, and now she's standing here with us to represent Waglo, proving that resilience, empowered women always win.
Yeah.
Love that.
Are you perfect for this brand?
Yes.
I have a question. Thank you. Hi, I am Tita Lavinia Vitas of Magic.
Yes.
Hi, Tita.
Hello. My first question is for you, Ms. Marquez.
Yes.
So from my understanding, na-conceptualize yun to even before meeting Frankie. So I'm coming from like someone who uses a lot of sunscreen because I go around the metro riding the motorcycle. So napaka-importante sa akin ito. When you were coming up with this product, sino yung wow glow woman sa inyo? Like, what was the target really? Alam niyo naman na saturate ng market.
Yung ibang brands naman, they all promises the same thing, protection or whatever. But with us, with Waglo, like I've said, did I mention already that we've been manufacturing products for other brands? Our products are proven and tested. So we know that when we deliver or when we come out with a product, we know that these products really works, and the Filipino masses or the Filipino market will surely love this. And kung maganda na yung product na produce namin before for other brands, and this is our own. We went all out for Waglo. This is us, and we're here to say, okay, this is Waglo.
And for Frankie, my question for you is, siguro for now, you're the poster child of redirection. This is not a
I
redirect.
love the poster child of redirection.
How can you convince someone who's already so down with whatever endeavor na hindi nag-work sa buhay niya na there's life, there are more chances right after. Kasi ikaw yun eh. I mean, I thought it would have stopped at Miss Cosmo and then you would have just gone into your modeling gigs, but now you're parang reinventing yourself altogether, like Madonna.
I think it's super important to always reinvent yourself. I think back to 2019 when I first moved to the Philippines and I started off as PBB, Frankie. I look back to my very first vlog, like trying to live in the Philippines, and I think I changed myself every year. And it's not because you're not trying to be yourself, it always comes back to who you are on the inside, but it's important to grow and grow with the times and grow as a person. And I think every journey in my life, whether it be showbiz or reality TV or pageantry to now endorsing brands like Wildglow, I think it's important to get up every day. I mean, there were times where it was a low point. I mean, I think back to attempting to be in Miss Universe representing New Zealand. there was times when I was at home and I didn't want to get out of bed and face people when they would ask me how the process was going because it wasn't going the way that I would hope. But instead of just lying in bed and being upset about it, which you can do for a little bit, it's okay to do that too. I think it's important to look for that next opportunity. What is the next thing that can overcome this or may even be better than the last thing that you had planned? It's yeah, like I say, you're never rejected, always redirected. So I really feel that with Wow Glow too. To be here endorsing Wow Glow is so exciting to me.
And then I just also want to say, because I received your products a few days prior, and my mother and I have been using it. Binigay ko sa kanya yung white, pero sa akin yung tinted. Only because I understand, like, a lot of Filipinas right now, they don't want to pile on too much makeup, so maybe tinted, which cuts the makeup application. But with Frankie, I just want to also say na in fairness, sa lahat ng redirection mo, you always give it your all. Like when you were training for the pageants, you were really training for the pageants. So, good match.
Ms. Maurice, I'm Armin Alina from the Inquirer.
Hi, Sir Armin.
Yes. I'd like to know what is expected of Frankie now that he's your brand ambassador.
My expectation is for her to just represent, to be her authentic self, to represent herself as her own, and alongside Wow Glow. She's glowing. She's stunning. She doesn't deserve. She doesn't need so much, attention. Or she just commands attention, and she's gorgeous. What I just want Frankie to know. Ganito na lang. I just want her to know that Wow Glow will be here for her as she glow through every challenge that she might face.
Wow!
To be more specific, in where else can we see her in what campaign activations will Frankie do?
I think that part, we haven't gotten to that part. It's still on a hush-hush for now. We're still in the process of planning. But for now, we want her to own this moment and her story, to tell her story. And then Wow Glow will be there for her. Abangan.
Frankie, I'd like to know what makes you glow.
Well, definitely Wow Glow, but as you saw or may have heard in the TVC, real glow comes from the inside. So I feel like if you're embracing that aura of positive energy, good vibes, manifesting, and just that excitement for life, I think that oozes out of you and you glow.
Thank you. I'd also like to know when was the last time you said wow?
Ooh, actually that's one of my favorite words. I always say that. I'm very easily amused. I think it would be breakfast this morning. I was like, oh wow, I'm excited. But it's always a wow moment. I think the important thing is to be excited for like every little milestone. I think it's important to be excited and celebrate every milestone.
Thank you very much and congratulations on this course.
You stay young.
I love your new hairstyle.
Embracing Ariana Grande, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, so when you look super awesome, I was in Vietnam when you competed in this Cosmo. So since then, that part of your life is over. Do you think you're going to be joining other pageants? Maybe?
That's a great question. I mean, it was my very first pageant, Miss Cosmo.
And you placed.
Thank you. Not just in terms of like a local pageant. It was my very first pageant ever. So I had such a great experience with Miss Cosmo. So I think my answer to that is never say never. The door should always be open. But I really felt so. I got so much out of that experience, and to take home the National Costume Award and to be in the top 21 and to have Philippines Atisa as my roommate and seeing her now here in Manila, she inspires me a lot actually. So we caught up for dinner and it was so nice to see her. And I think never say never. I think.
And you won Best National Costume.
Thank you. I'm so proud of that.
So what about a TV series or something? something? Like
Actually, yes, I am still a Viva artist. I saw Boss Vic last week. I went to the office and visited the Viva team after, I think, about 10 months because I was focusing on pageantry last year. But I did visit Boss Vic and I'm excited for, let's see, TV series coming out.
You have
Secret.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let's see, let's see.
Okay. So you look super gorgeous, of course, super glowing, and syempre, I really noticed you. I remember the first time I met you, we were seated with bench.
We were watching Mr.
Miss Filipinas, and then I said to her, "Who's this girl? She's so pretty." Right? So then that was the first time. I don't know if you remember.
This I remember. We took a
Yeah.
video that day.
Yeah.
I was
So,
so excited to meet you.
How do you, well, it's a new year. All women want to look prettier, feel better, and just be more positive, have a glow. So what do you do for yourself? Because you were talking about knowing who you are inside. How do you get to do that? And of course, using the products. Just share with us maybe a couple of things that maybe women can take into the new year to be able to have a new, fresh, and glowy start.
Nice.
Well, I think definitely going and working out and doing things. I like to go to the gym, whether it's just at home or doing a Pilates class. I think that makes me, it actually gives me energy at the start of the day. Like I can tackle on more things. But going to the beach, that's definitely I think taking time for yourself to enjoy what you want to do, whether it's go for brunch with your friends or walk your dog. I have 2 little Pomeranians, so I love spending time with them. And I think when you fill your own cup up, it overflows, and then you can be like that for everyone else. So I think that's important to look after yourself first, focus on your own physical and mental health, and then that will overflow into what you can do for others. I think a simple smile or asking someone how their day is, whether that be someone at a cafe or someone that is serving you at the supermarket. I think it's important just to not be always on our phones, but like look out into the world and meet people's eyes, and that creates a glow in itself. I think those things can go unnoticed.
Nice. One more question. Steve, you mentioned that you moved to the Philippines in 2019.
Yes.
So, what has been the biggest impact to you about living in the Philippines as compared to, because I know New Zealand and Philippines are super different, right?
Very different. Apart from the weather, it's very cold where I'm from in New Zealand. And here, I love the summery weather every day. It's summer every day. But I feel like what impacted me the most,
What do you like the most about